Dillian the Body Snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Now, yesterday it was officially confirmed that Dillian Whyte will take on Marius Wach, and that will be on December the 7th, so just over a week's time, in Diriyah in Saudi Arabia on the Ruiz-Joshua undercard. Now, Dillian Whyte, he spoke to Sky Sports, and I'll put this in the description box for you guys, where Dillian Whyte spoke about Marius Wach and then Deontay Wilder, and this is what Dillian Whyte had to say. Wach, he's a very tough guy. Very experienced, he's game and knows what his opportunity means beating me. So I'm expecting a tough, strong Marius Wach. But obviously, this is my time now. And crack another skull and get closer to fighting for a world title. This is very important, a good learning fight for me. He's a very credible guy, he's fought top contenders, so what more can I ask for? You know me, I'll come with maximum violence. I put the work in, nothing is different or has changed. I'm going to try and bring as much pain as I can. As far as Wilder's concerned, I believe there's something in me that he's seen that I know that's a problem for him. Whether it's the body punches or it's the tenacity or it's just the sheer aggression that I will bring. I'm not scared of him. I won't be there laughing and doing all this bomb squad stuff. He's just a tall basketball player from Alabama who used to work in Macdonalds. He's not a street kid and this bad boy. He's none of that. He's just fake. What grown man goes around screaming when I shout bomb squad? I turn into my alter ego and someone else. That's just nonsense. So, Dillian Whyte statement. Now, first of all, with Marius Wach, he is absolutely correct. Marius Wach, he is 39 years old, and yes, Dillian Whyte is fully expected to beat him. Okay, yes, it's short notice for Dillian Whyte. It's also short notice for Marius Wach. But this is a fight where, as I said before, Dillian Whyte is still learning. Okay, he had little to no amateur experience whatsoever. I think he only had, 5 amateur fights. And he got pushed into the pro game way too early. He did it through pretty much lack of choice. But either way, every fight as a pro is a learning fight. So him taking on Marius Wach, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Marius Wach is and has been around some of the top fighters in the world. He's been sparring with Anthony Joshua. He's been sparring plenty of people. Okay. Also, Marius Wach has been in there with the likes of Vladimir Klitschko, Alexander Povetkin, all these kind of guys. So all the losses that he has are all against guys that we know who they are. He's got 5 losses on his record. He's got a jaw of steel, which is where the whole Chin of Wach fan club thing comes from in the live chats. So, yes, he is a credible opponent. Yes, he is 39 years old. And I've seen a comment yesterday when I posted the news that Dillian Whyte will in fact take on Marius Wach, where 1 or 2 people were saying, well, how can you moan about Deontay Wilder taking on Luis Ortiz when Marius Wach is also old? Well, here's the difference, and it should be a pretty obvious one, but we all know Wilder fans are as stupid could possibly be. Wilder is champion. First of all, Wilder's already fought Ortiz and has already beaten Ortiz. And Ortiz is older than Marius Wach. And just when you look at the resumes for fighters that Wach has been in with and Luis Ortiz has been in with, Marius Wach is head and shoulders above. Yes, he's come up short, but ultimately Marius Wach has fought better opponents and does actually have a better resume than Luis Ortiz. Don't get me wrong, you put Marius Wach and Luis Ortiz in the ring together, Luis Ortiz is going to be the favourite, much like Dillian Whyte is. But again, Marius Wach is younger and he has actually had world title opportunities against the likes of Klitschko, something that Luis Ortiz never had. So there's that one. But that's not even that important. At the end of the day, Dillian Whyte, he's earned this kind of fight. If anything, I would have fought somebody less dangerous than a Marius Wach if I was Dillian Whyte. Do what Dominic Breazeale's been doing. Do what Luis Ortiz has been doing. Do what Tyson Fury's been doing since he's come back. Fight absolute nobodies and get a world title shot. That's what these people have been doing. That's what Wilder done too. So Dillian Whyte, he's earned this kind of fight. Dillian Whyte, he's been in there with undefeated former amateur champion Oscar Rivas and outboxed him. People want to talk about PEDs. Well, taking PEDs doesn't make you outbox somebody, okay? Also, he's been in there with Joseph Parker, former world heavyweight champion, who as of right now has only been the first guy and last guy to have gone the distance with Anthony Joshua. He's been in there twice with Derek Chisora. He's been in there with a guy who was tipped to replace Vladimir Klitschko in Robert Helenius. Undefeated former world champion Lucas Brown. So Dillian Whyte has earned this shot and the WBC keep messing him about. Now, as far as Deontay Wilder, Dillian Whyte said exactly the same thing that I've been saying for quite some time. For whatever reason it may be, Deontay Wilder does not fancy a fight with Dillian Whyte. And in my opinion, he is scared of him. He is scared of him. And I've been saying it for, 2 years now, that Deontay Wilder needs to fight Dillian Whyte to get any kind of credibility. Him taking on Luis Ortiz, yes, of course, spectacular knockout in the last fight. Did the referee count too fast? Who cares if the referee counted too fast? The fact is, it's a 10 count, whether the referee counts fast or whether he counts slow. It's a referee 10 count, not 10 seconds. Okay? So Wilder did what he had to do. Yes, he lost every single round up to that point. And yes, Luis Ortiz, it was his own fault that he got caught in that one, which is why he was thumping the corner, because he knew that he made a mistake. But listen, at the end of the day, Wilder, he's a very, very dangerous opponent, but so is Dillian Whyte. Do you really think that Deontay Wilder can take a big left hook or the right uppercut or the body shots from Dillian Whyte? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so. And Dillian Whyte, over like the last few fights, has shown a lot of maturity as well, a lot of patience, something that he wasn't really doing beforehand. Sometimes he'd just go in there, guns blazing, but now he's got the patience, now he's got a strategy, and he sticks to the game plan. He's learning every single fight. So is Deontay Wilder avoiding him? Of course he is. That's why Deontay Wilder sent Dillian Whyte a personal DM message. Again, go over to the DAZN YouTube channel. You can find it on there, where Dillian Whyte even showed it, that Deontay Wilder said that he doesn't have to fight Dillian Whyte. And he's not going to sign anything to say if Dillian Whyte fights Ortiz and beats Ortiz, then he'll get him next. He refused to sign it and said how he's going to freeze out Dillian Whyte for 2 years. And look what's happened. Even the WBC are now, well, I say now, they've always been taking Deontay Wilder's side. Which is why I say, you put Deontay Wilder in the ring with Dillian Whyte smokes him. He will knock him out. Clean out. Jaw removed, ribs cracked. I'm telling you, he will. Now, ultimately, do I know for a fact? No. Much like the Wilder fans don't know for a fact that Wilder beats Dillian Whyte. You can believe that he can, but ultimately, Wilder doesn't really seem to believe that he can beat Dillian Whyte. Otherwise, he would have already taken a record high payday for him about a year or so ago, but didn't want to do it. Refuses to give him a voluntary. Refuses. Even got the WBC to postpone Dillian Whyte's mandatory for another year. So you're going to be talking 3 years as WBC number one, and still not got a world title shot. You tell me that Deontay Wilder isn't afraid of Dillian Whyte. Come on now. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? Nobody's that delusional to believe that Deontay Wilder honestly believes that Dillian Whyte is easy work. If he's that easy work, then he would have fought him by now. Would he not? So, again, that will tell you. Him fighting Ortiz, yes, Ortiz is older now. Ortiz has never achieved anything as an amateur or a pro. Tyson Fury, is he the same guy that fought Klitschko? So far, we don't know this. But either way, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But for now, Dillian Whyte, he will be fighting Marius Wach in Saudi Arabia in another fight that will be a learning fight for him. All these learning fights are very, very important for Dillian Whyte moving forward. And as I've been saying for the last 2 years now, that the longer Deontay Wilder leaves Dillian Whyte, the more dangerous it's going to be for Deontay Wilder. Honestly, because Dillian Whyte's getting better and better and better. And I know there's like a lot of clowns out there talking about a B sample and this, that and the other. All you're doing is exposing yourself for not knowing the situation. UKAD are scumbags. British Boxing Board of Control are clueless. They can't get anything done in any kind of timely manner. They just can't do it. Look at what they've done to Tyson Fury. Plus many other fighters. Ryan Martin recently as well. Anyway, listen, that's what's going on. So Dillian Whyte, he says that Marius Wach is a credible opponent, and he is a credible opponent. But Dillian Whyte is going to be the favourite. Heads above all favourite, that's for sure. But it's heavyweight boxing. Dillian Whyte needs to be switched on. Marius Wach can punch very, very hard, and he's very durable as well. So if Dillian Whyte goes in there not in the best of condition, it ain't going to be good for him. So he needs to be switched on, and he needs to be patient, and he needs to throw that big left hook or the right uppercut or the body shots as and when he can, and throw them with intent to get rid of somebody like Marius Wach. And again, people who are moaning about Dillian isn't WBC heavyweight champion. Dillian deserves and has the right to fight whoever it is that he wants to fight. He's already proved it. He's already proved it with his resume, as I've told you guys before. But as of right now, he's taking on Marius Wach. a keep busy fight, but still a credible opponent. As for Deontay Wilder, well, Deontay Wilder doesn't want that Dillian Whyte smoke. And that's a fact. That's not just an opinion, because if you really fancied it with Dillian Whyte, he'd have taken it by now. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.